Hello, Mr. Skinner here again. I am going to be going over simple interest today. Now, simple interest is done through the means of trying to find out how much interest that you will make off of a principal, considering the interest rate and your time length. Now, in this case, I already have one worked out for you, but we're going to figure out how we can go back through and figure out Gibby Wills and Maldonado loans. Now, in this case, I'm going to put this to the side real quick, and what I want to focus on is simple interest. Now, three things that we need to make sure that we have is principal, which is, in this case, represented right up here, if you can remember that. The next is the interest rate, which I'm going to simply put rate, and then to finish it off, I'm simply going to put the length of the time, so I'm going to just say time. And I need to remember that when I'm going through this, when I'm trying to find my simple interest, I need to make sure that I'm multiplying these three things. Now, in order to go through that, what I'm going to have is 13,300 times my rate. Now I have to remember, with my rates, I need to change these to decimals. So with that being said, I'm going to place this up here in the corner. Now 3.5% as a decimal is 2 to the left. So I have 0.035, and to finish it off with time, let's bring this paper back, I have 3 for my time length. Now, make sure that when you are working through this, that you are not necessarily worried about lining up your decimals, because when you're multiplying, you don't need to know that. You just need to be aware of how many decimal place values you do have. So very quickly, I'm going to work this out. And what I end up with is, for all of this, I end up with 1,396.5. Now, this is indeed what is called simple interest. Now, simple interest, that is just interest. Nothing more, nothing less. Just interest. Now, the issue with that is, for example, this next feed that I want to find out is the total amount paid. Now, in dealing with loans, when we borrow a principal amount of loan, we are going to have to pay that back, but we also have to pay back our interest. Now, with our interest that we're going to pay back, we have to add that back to our principal. Now, when we're doing that, that will grant us what our total amount paid is. So I need to know what that is. Now, to make this a little bit more safe, secured, I need to make sure that I place my decimal and 2 zeros at the end of it, just to make sure that I'm keeping up with my own cents. Now, I want to take this number back. Now, I noticed that it has one number value after the decimal, so I need to come here and line everything up correctly, and then come in and finish out writing what I have. Okay, now quickly to work through that. And that's what I end up having, and it is to be represented in money. So with that being said, my total amount paid in this case would be this number here. Meaning that I have to pay this back to my lender. In this case, Skinner Winter Loans. I have to pay that back to them. Now, if I wanted to break this down into year payments, what I need to do is find out what was the time length. In this case, it was indeed 3, and into making that into a single yearly payment to figure out how much it's just for that year, I need to divide that by the amount of length of year, which in this case is 3. So I need to divide that by 3. Now, 14,696.5 divided by 3. Let's work that out really quick. And I end up $4,898.83, and this is a 1 year's payment. And in order to figure out monthly, I just take my 1 year and I say, okay, how many months are in a year? And I would say 12, and therefore I need to divide that number by 12. And what I would end up with is $408.24. That would be my monthly payment. I do appreciate you joining in with me today. Thank you. Have a good day.